and welcome to the countertop. Apparently what I'm making today are called blondies. I don't know anything about that. I just know I wanted to make some brownies one day and I didn't have any cocoa powder or chocolate, so I just made them without. And then over the years, I just started adding bananas and other things because, of course, that's what we'll be doing today, is a batch of banana blondies. And to begin, I'm going to start with 1 cup of melted butter. This is half a cup of regular butter and half a cup of brown butter. After it's melted, I'm just going to set it aside while I get some other things going so it's not scalding hot when I put it in the batter. Three very ripe bananas, like this. Pew, pew, pew. We're gonna get these mashed up. The bananas are mashed. I like them at about this consistency here. And I'm just gonna set those aside while I get everything else going, starting with the butter in a big mixing bowl. Just making sure that I scrape all those little bitties out from the brown butter. Don't want to waste that. One cup of brown sugar. And half a cup of granulated sugar. Sometimes I might use the whole cup and a half if I have a light or golden brown sugar, but I've only got dark brown sugar, so I'm using the granulated stuff just to cut through some of the bitter and give this all a good mix. Gonna hit it with a splash of vanilla. I'm not measuring anything here. 1 or 2 teaspoons maybe. Now I'm gonna add the mashed banana in. Two eggs. A wee shake of salt. And 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Sometimes I might even add an extra 1/4 cup, just depending on how big the bananas are and how gloopy the batter is. I don't want it too gloopy, so I kind of play that by ear, but 2 cups of flour. And some pecan pieces. This bag, like always, is almost a cup. I'm gonna add about 3/4 of this. And then I'm gonna keep the rest to put on top later. I'm just gonna line this pan with some parchment paper. And if you have difficulty getting your parchment to fit in a pan, just scrunch it up like this, and it should help to fit it into the corners a bit easier. I'm just gonna use some of this butter residue to grease the parchment. And we're just gonna plop her on in there. And we'll even up the top here a wee bit. Okay, before I pop this into the oven, I'm just gonna slice up 1 banana and spread these all over the top. And this is going to go into the oven at 350 for upwards of 45 minutes. A lot of recipes like this will call for 25 to 30 minutes. I don't know if it's because I've got an ancient oven, or if because my pan is 8 by 8 rather than a standard 9 by 9, or maybe I just add too many bananas that make the batter a little on the wetter side. I like to go for closer to 45 minutes just to make sure the top and the middle are a little bit set and not so gloopy. All right, so while that's baking, I'm gonna get started on a pretty simple caramel sauce. I'm gonna start with 1 banana, and I'm gonna mash that in the bowl that I mashed the other bananas in. I just added 1/4 cup of brown sugar to the banana here. And of course, a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. She's so predictable. And give this a good mix. And transferring that banana sugar mix into a pot, I want to bring this up to a gentle boil on medium heat. Now that she's been bubbling for a good minute, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of brown butter, give it a mix, and let her bubble again for another 60 seconds. After that, I'm gonna cut the heat right off, and I'm gonna slowly stir in a wee bit of milk until it's the color that I'd like it to be. Alright, so this is looking good to me now. I'm going to just transfer this into a heat-safe jar. So we've got 1 cup of banana caramel sauce here, and this is what she looks like. Plop, plop. Alright, so she's just out of the oven, and I'm gonna let her cool for a good 20 minutes before I get the banana caramel sauce on top. Now I'm just gonna poke the top here with a fork, so that way when I put the caramel sauce on, it seeps all into the bars as well, not just on the top. Okay, and now we're just gonna spread the caramel all along the top. I'm definitely not going to be using this whole cup of caramel sauce. Save some of that for later. Now we're going to take the rest of the pecan pieces and sprinkle, sprinkle. And this will cut into a nice even 16 pieces. So I've got a hot cup of coffee, and this is what she looks like. You can see the caramel kind of oozing down the inside. Looks so good. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Crushed it.
I would not be surprised to find out that she had worked in a bakery before coming here.